Good afternoon, everyone. It's Juliette Crafts So Cute, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a quick one, but this is going to show you how to make this box. This was my little prototype, okay? But I have the measurement for the interior box and an exact science, okay? So this is the box that I made. I redid this in watercolor paper. I haven't glued everything down, and that's because I'm going to open this up and I'm going to do a watercolor feature on this for my daughter Jessica's box today. And see, that fits in there like that just perfectly. And then we'll close this, see, and it holds his little, it holds his little things in here closed. But I'm going to attach something so he can pull this out of his box, okay, instead of doing this, manipulating it with his fingers and stressing out the box. Okay, so let's set that aside and let's get to it. This is straightforward and simple. Okay, so you need an 11 by 5/8, okay? Sure I have it in the right orientation. 11 and 5/8 by 8 and 1/8, okay? 8 and 1/8, 11 and 5/8. Pretty simple. And then the rest is very simple too, pretty straightforward. This is simple. You score at 1 inch. Oops, if I can get it on, stay on track. 1 inch, 2 inch, turn, my board, 1 inch. I'm scoring this a bit heavily because I've got this one-sided decorative sheet of paper that came in a Walmart pad. Let's see, single-sided, almost 3 years ago when I purchased it at Walmart for $5, and I'll show you what that pad looks like. Yeah, Walmart is stocking up. Okay, so we all knew this part, right? But I'm going to show you something. When I fold this box up, the box is going to look like this in this orientation, okay? So I want to put two holes in here. Okay, so my holes are going to go, the hole wants to go, I'm going to put a hole here and a hole here so he can pull his box open. Okay. And again, I might put 2 holes here and then string this in here to make it look like a tackle box, that he's lifting up his tackle box. Because I have the string right here. I'm leaving these hanging because I'll cut these shorter. I'm gonna hang like with those swivel hooks on it. I'm gonna attach some swivel hooks. My husband said he's gonna go through his fishing tackle box and find some stuff, and like little bobber, like a bobber thingy that you put on the fishing pole, a swivel hook and stuff, and that way it decorates the outside, and then inside could be his little tackle box. So I'm gonna probably put 2 holes, not probably, I will. But I chose this design because it's going to be a map. So this is me doing mine as a process. So if you want to do anything like this, alter your box before you glue everything down, because I found that once I put everything together, I couldn't use any of my hole punches to mark out my holes. Okay, so I'm going to bring this big guy out. I'll be using this. Okay, So I need to figure out because you will see how I do this. It shouldn't be a very long video. I'm going to try and get this done pretty quick. This is 4 inches. So 2 inches the center. There's 2 inches is the center. Where's my marker? Need a pencil. I do not want to mark. Okay, turn it upside down. Why don't you? So it's closer to me. Okay, much easier, right? Right. So here's 2 inches in the center. I want to come down about 1/4 of an inch in, and I'm going to put a hole 1/8 to my right, 1/8 to the left of the 2 inch, and that's my center. I'll come back here and do the same thing. Come down 1/4 of an inch. Looks about right. I'm gonna come in 1/8 to the right, 1/8 to the left of the 2 inch, and those are my centers. Okay. Set these holes. Okay. Oops. Ooh. Teeter-totter. I'm using the 1/8 hole. Okay. Back on this side. This thing is called a crocodile too. Okay. I love this because you have this. If I scooted this back to set it so that when I set my holes, it stops and it holds the card steady. So you can adjust it to any, length that you want. Okay. See, it was right here, and then you can go all the way back. Okay. So I need to come back. About that. I think it was right there. Nope. Thanks. Thanks. I'm adjusting this because I'm going to use, well, no. What am I thinking? I'm going to put some, am I going to put eyelets in here? Yep, I sure am. Okay. Let me find my eyelets. Okay. If anybody knows, I had accidentally purchased these eyelets. These are huge, which I would have probably preferred to use something this huge with a big thing, chunky rope. But my eyelet setters don't set this. So does anybody know, is there another tool like this out here? Or one of these smaller thingamabobbers like this that set these big eyelets? Please let me know in the comments below, because I want to be able to use these, but I can't. I don't know where to begin to look. You're asking me, why did you put 2 holes? Well, because I want it to be a little sturdy. If it was just one, but I'll show you why too, because, okay, get in there. Get in. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I'm gonna pause so you don't watch. Okay, I finally got him in. Okay, let's set this thing, and I need to switch this over to eyelet setter. When you move this back, it sets the eyelet. So you have a 1/8 and 3/16 eyelet. Okay, so you've got your big hole and your small hole, and then you push this to the front and it works this portion. When you set this back, if you see here, there's your hole punch. Okay, that's a small one and this is a large one. Okay, this is the Crocodile 2, and I will do my, is it this way that I set that? Hang on, let me just look at my other one, because sometimes I get the wrong orientation and I screw up my, so I put the flat end there and then push that in. Flat up again. Okay. The flat end is going to have to come up here. And then, come on, Julie. Down there. You got this. I think. What the heck? I don't get it. Why didn't that work? It's supposed to be that way. That end. Oh my. Okay, I figure out why I was having difficulty. Apparently you can't line up two side by side to punch it, and you got to punch one in at a time. Everybody was probably yelling at me, telling me, Julie, take the other one out. Take it out. Okay, now I can set this other one because the other one's already in place, so here we go. That eyelet set and set. Okay, so I took the other one out of this one. I'm going to go ahead and set this. Come on, where are you? Okay. And if you're wondering, I mean, if it's not self-explanatory just by looking at this tool, it is. Okay, hang on, let me get this set in place. Okay, self-explanatory because it's for you to be able to reach those certain spots in your project that a normal regular hole punch can't get to, so you can get anywhere within your project board. Okay, and set eyelets. Okay. Alright, so we've got that done. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out everything I need. Okay. On the 8 1/8 orientation, we're going to be cutting things this way. Okay, I'm going to come here, come straight. Cut that off because we're cutting things like in a Tetris shape. You know, remember that game Tetris? And I'm saving these little bits because it's already decorated. See that? And now this thing is our flap. Okay, so I'm going to, all these little edges, I'm going to slightly take a hair off that side. Miter this a little bit more than just that hair. So then it looks like that. And then come over and just take a hair of this off. Okay. Now we're going to do the same for here. We need this flap. This middle portion right here is going to be our flap. Okay. I'm going to take off a hair over here. A little sliver. I'll miter this. Miter that. I'll take a sliver off of here. Turning it this way. These little squares you can cut up and make like keep this decorated. On this side you can make those like Scrabble chips from them. Turn it into a Scrabble chip. Okay, that way I'm showing you guys this so you guys can make your little interior boxes for your faux book box if you guys decide that you're going to be making it. Okay, that way that project to me would be complete. That project make. Decorating is completely entirely up to you guys. Okay, how you want your book, what you want your book to look like. Okay. Okay, now that is that, and let's empty that out. I don't want to put that on the floor. I'm keeping it on my desk because I'm going to go through all my little corner scraps and keep them. Okay, now let's fold everything. Let's crease it all. I know my interior box is not decorated. I probably should have decorated both sides, but that to me would be easily fixed. Okay, let's do this. Scored. Ugh. It's a pretty thick board. I used a card craft 12 by 12. Then put a decorative sheet down, glued it with my Fabri-Tac glue. I tried to find can't find my Liquitex. I don't know how. It's not here on this desk. I was a little frustrated because I couldn't find it. I mean, I'm the only one that works in this craft room. Haven't taken my supplies anywhere. Okay, bend that, bend. Okay, why isn't this one coming up? It should have been 1 inch. It should have been a 1 inch. Why didn't that meet up? I know I didn't score that more than... Oh my gosh, my computer says free up more storage space, so this video may not be complete. So keep burnishing. This is what I love about this card craft. You put one sheet of paper on there and that thing just, woo, is so thick that it's so hard for me to get these creases down. Okay, so now we want to glue things. So in my previous video, I showed you guys go ahead and glue this down, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Glue these corners, glue these tabs, and then connect them here and take it that far. So I'm going to glue mine and come right back because my little thing kept flashing me, free up storage space. If I don't pause and keep filming, it may just shut off on me. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. So we've got our corners in, right? So So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring these in. I'm going to glue these sides down, okay? So I'm going to just put the glue inside here, all along in here. And this bottom. Okay, and then you just press that down. Get these long sides in first. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, I glued up my box. Alright, and remember we put the eyelets and then I put the elastic through. Okay. Then this, remember, was a 12 by 12 sheet. And this leftover, by the time that you're done with this book, this piece should fit right in here. This is an extra piece. Okay, so I need to cut 7 5/8 width in here for that to fit. I'm going to do that right now. 7 5/8. 7 5/8. 7 5/8. 7 5/8. 7 5/8 here. 7 5/8 there. You know those auction people. 7 5/8 here. 7 5/8. Sold. So we're gonna go 7 5/8, and that should work. Okay, extra card. Look at that. That's a little card that'll go into your granddaughter's bento box, or my daughter's box, actually. Okay, so now that should fit like so. And there you go. How about that? Oops. I might have to shave off a little bit. Yep, looks like it. I don't want to do 7 and... I don't want to do 7 4/8. You know, which is 7 1/2, because I'll just take a sliver off at a time, because I want it to fit loose, but this thing wasn't sitting down correctly. Let's go here and here. There you go. Perfect. Alright. So we cut this down. I will do something so that my grandson can lift that out. Let's see. Let's measure this. 7 and 1, 2, 3. It's actually at 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 and 8/16. Okay? 7 and 8/16. It's almost 7 and 5/8. 7 and 8/16. Okay? To fit this box. Unless you wanted a little bit snugger. I mean, you can, but mine was bowing up. Now, this right here, this knot is lifting this up. This right here, this knot. So I made put a knot there, but glue it, have something strong. But if I remove that knot, I'm afraid that it'll eventually, after this coming in and out. Now let me just show you this box, okay? I'll have to glue that in, but I'm not going to commit to that yet. Let me just show you. Okay, here's my grandson's box. I will be distressing all this at the finish. Okay, and look at all these little fun things that he has as sand dollars. I'm going to do some more sand dollars for him to symbolize dollars. Cha-ching. When he becomes a professional angler. Okay, so here is his box. Okay, and that's how it's going to be lifted out. So he put all his little things in here, his little extras. These are just like little things he can take out if he wants to look at it, or turn it into an altered paper clip. Now this can be turned into an altered clip too by using one of those small paper clips in here. Okay, so when he puts his things away, he puts his box down. Okay, and everything is all as well. Good in the hood. Okay, and then all he has to do is lift that out. See that? Okay, you guys, I hope you end up making this for your box, because it'll hold, like if you're gonna make a set for somebody that is an Oriental box and you have their Oriental dolls underneath here, they won't fall out when you put your book together. Okay, and these are going to be like little fishing lines. It's going to have the swivel hooks and stuff like that. Okay, this will go into his box. I'll glue it in. But there you guys go. You have the little box there for you guys to put in the insert. Okay, put your insert in. Alright, there. Okay guys, have fun. Let me know what you think about your insert. It's really easy peasy. Just follow the instructions. Bye.